Breathing. When the body reacts to a threat, it triggers a range of systems that affects us from our heads to our toes. Once a threat is sensed, there is a biological process that, as we have seen earlier, is primitive and shared with all animals, past and present. Just as switching on the reaction is biological, so is the mechanism to switch it off. Breathing slowly and deeply. If we are able to slow down our breathing, make our breath slower, and breathe out slightly longer than the in-breath, we switch off the threat response and return our autonomic nervous system to normal functioning. We appreciate that there are times when, although breathing slowly and deeply sounds straightforward, it is extremely hard to do. However, being aware that this is where the off switch to our anxiety is, and practicing long enough to realize that it really works, means that we can begin to have some control over feelings which are frightening and uncomfortable. Please take a couple of minutes now to think about your breathing. First, just do that. Think about how your breath is now. Be aware of the in-breath and the out-breath. And spend a little time noticing your breathing. When you are ready, see if you can make your breaths a little slower and a little deeper. Perhaps count as you breathe in and fill your lungs. And do the same for your out-breath. Try and make your out-breath slightly longer than the in-breath. Doing this for 30 seconds or more switches off the body's threat response. Of course, depending on what is happening or what you are thinking about, it could be re-triggered at any time, as we need to be able to respond to threats at any time. However, knowing where the off switch is and having experience of using it can be very reassuring.